Johnny Radio.
If you like pina coladas.
On AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Yo, 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 it's Friday, people! Dude, does it feel good? You made it? And man, sports have been dizzo. Welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your good buddy, Johnny Radio. Y'all know my good buddy, Gabe Kuhn. Follow us. Follow me at Johnny_Radio. Follow him at G_Kuhn71, Kuhn. And then don't forget to follow Sports 56, WHBQ, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram, as we are going to rock and fire today. We got fantasy football at 1:30 with Jim McCormick. Oh, it's going down for real. And by the way, Jimmy G's out. Uh-oh. Their tight end, he's also out. Holy guacamole. That'd be bad if you were waiting on the news for George Kittle and you had like my man Gesicki on your bench. And he has the touchdown reception last night from Fitz. But anyway, we're going to talk football, NFL, Jim McCormick fantasy style. 1:30 gambling. 2 o'clock, we're going to go gambling style against the lines with my man Lee Sterling, who is flat out on fire. Of course, he jacked the basketball game last night. Everybody jacked the basketball game. It was +6. But he also had the Dolphins. Just like Gabe Kuhn, who saved me, and I went and took the Dolphins. I did get talked at the very end off my big bet I was going to do, and I got wussified because one dude called me right before I was walking in.
You didn't go all in, man.
I was going all in. I text you, I'm going all in. And then I get a call, and the guy goes, dude, don't do that. I'm playing Jacksonville in my eliminator pool this week. I was like, what? Like,
Sounds like your problem.
That's what I was like, I go, why do you like Jacksonville? He's like, Miami stinks, man. They don't have one person over 30 except for Ryan Fitzpatrick and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, next thing you know, I'm like, dude, I'm still going Miami. I'm sorry you lost, but he did talk me down about like to a third of what I was going to put in, or maybe a fourth, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I still got the W. Thank you to Lee Sterling. Thank you, Gabe Kuhn. Lee, 2 o'clock. My man is on fire. Plus, I know that he doesn't have it here. I hope he's just going to give me a little bit of a leak on the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, I don't know anybody who can pick the UFC better, and I feel like this is power versus skill. Like, power versus grace. I don't know how to say. Like, I don't know what I'm looking for. You don't think of fighting as graceful, but that that Adesanya guy, he
Israel Adesanya?
Dude, he does he looks like he's dancing when he beats your brains in.
So, the last fight he had was against a guy named Yoel Romero, and he's sort of a big power guy, can grapple and do things like that, and he won in 5 rounds fairly easily. It wasn't really – I think this is going to be very similar because Paulo Costa –
he's a stacked dude.
He is huge.
If he gets a hold of him, though, Adesanya is in trouble.
Well,
but
Adesanya is so wiggly, and he's slippery. You can't
and he's got
just grab
those
him.
razor-sharp knives and elbows, too, he'll drop on you, by the way. And he does literally those, like, flip kicks.
Yeah, no, he's crazy.
Like, he does some stuff He's got game. Is
acrobatic.
What I like to say. Yeah, that's it. He's an acrobatic fighter. Like, he almost looked like a gymnast kicking people's teeth in. You know what I'm saying? Dude's bad to the bone. But that's going down this weekend with UFC. SEC is back, people. Holy cow. I do have to say one thing. National media, they must play the rest of the nation for fools because I know the South has to be, like, looking at the television going, y'all's biggest question is, who's going to replace Tua? His name is Mac Jones. He started 4 games last year. He's going to start the first game. This isn't going to be like, who can fill his shoes? Remember, he got injured last year. He filled his shoes. He knew all offseason he's going to have to compete, but I'm pretty sure Mac Daddy is pretty comfortable. I watched him last year after he threw a pick. They've shown the videotape. Sarkisian kind of checks him out the very next play, throws a bomb. He's another Alabama quarterback. They're now elevated from the Greg McElroys of the day and the A.J. McCarrons to a new style of quarterback with Tua and I think Mac Jones. And The young kid, I can't even think of his name right now, that freshman, he's going to be bad to the bone, they say. But anyway, point is, I don't think that by any means the most important questions in the Southeastern Conference are who's going to replace Tua. So just a bad shot to the Southeastern, basically the SEC media. Like, that was pretty sad, don't you think? Kind of playing us for fools. But what about Mike Leach? Is the air raid offense going to work? What about, there's so many things, dude. Anyway, point is, that's what they were talking about all day. I was kind of laughing. LSU losing Joe Burrow and Joe Brady. What is their offense going to look like? Are they going to look like the offense from last year and still continue to push it down the field? Or are they going to go back to the days where they have a million running backs and hand that John off in big offensive lines and play defense?
And how good is Miles Brennan?
Great point. How good? We don't know. It's another great one. We got so much stuff. By the way, I also got to talk a little bit of basketball because we have a finals. We have an elimination game, basically. Celtics could go home. Or they could force a Game 6. What will happen, we're going to find out. We'll talk more about that. And then I just have to mention this real quick before we get this. Mike D'Antoni in Philadelphia, Elton Brand, no. Okay? Ben Simmons can't shoot a damn three. Mike likes shooting threes. Ben can't even shoot.
I love the conversation that was had yesterday is that if the 76ers do indeed hire Mike D'Antoni, they would be willing. They'd be willing to trade all their pieces. The question becomes though, like, who wants to trade for Al Horford's contract? Who wants to trade for those contracts? It's like, guys.
And can I ask you this?
What are we doing here?
One real quick question. This was actually not brought up. I heard this somewhere either yesterday or this morning. Today, professional athletes, they make millions of dollars. What the heck do they got to do in the offseason? The great ones like LeBron James, they always work on their weakness. Michael Jordan worked on, strength training when he was getting beat up by the, Pistons. Jason Kidd could not shoot a basketball and then left the league at one point of one of like the, better three-point shooters. He wasn't Jason Terry, but Jason Kidd ended up being able to shoot. Think about some of the other guys. Magic Johnson wasn't a great shooter when he first got to the league. He was more of a, facilitator, creator, and getting to the rim guy. He ended up having a great jump shot. What I'm saying is how come Ben Simmons hasn't worked on his jump shot? Like, he's still scared to even use it.
Is it an indictment on him?
I
think so, yes.
Get out of Nobu with the Jenners and get your butt in the gym and start shooting some threes, son. That's what I got to say. But anyway, I think the 76ers have lost their mind. If they're really looking at Mike D'Antoni, you are crazy, Elton Brand. Don't do it. He doesn't fit. And by the way, he is a regular season winner. He'll get you through a round or two, and then somebody's going to figure out how to beat him, and he makes no adjustments. And guess what? You lose. That's Mike D'Antoni. And he costs a lot of money. But anyway, you know what time it is right now. It's time for me. I'm in the box. Let's get to the leadoff. Oh, I forgot your brother's joining us at 2:30.
Sure is. Jimmy McCormick, 1:30, 2 o'clock. We have Lee Sterling bringing in some picks, 2:30. My brother, Alex. We're going to talk Big Ten, Pac-12, all of that jazz. I want to start here, though. Thursday Night Football. The Jags got hammered by the Dolphins.
It was awesome.
31-13. Fitzmagic, I didn't know this. He's won 6 straight games against the Jags with 6 different teams.
6 different teams, bro. Do you know that's the most of anybody since 1950?
Yes. I want to know just in general, what were your thoughts on the game? And did the Jags and Gardner Minshew just get brought back down to earth?
I hate to say this, but they definitely got brought back down to earth. But this is the thing that messed me up. We're right. The Jags they have I told you. Did you look at that? Did you see how small that defensive front was?
Tiny, actually.
How poor was Miles Jack? Like, that's what I was saying. I watched him in week 2, and I was going, damn, that's like a bunch of little dudes playing out there. And poor Miles Jack getting calls on him for grabbing arms. And anyway, he has a rough job to do this year. But Fitzpatrick, did you know this? He outplayed Gardner Minshew so bad, it's not even funny. But do you know how good Fitz actually played last night?
Fantastic, man. He was great.
Put it this way.
He was great.
He had the best single game, completion percentage-wise, and QBR rating of any
Time out.
quarterback in Dolphins history, including Dan Marino.
Time out. So if I would have known that he won 5 straight games against the Jags with 5 different teams,
If
I
you
would
would've
have
told
that
me
would have
that-
been. But you asked me about explanation as to why the Dolphins are
And
going to
you go,
win,
"I feel
and I
it."
go, you know what? Ryan Fitzpatrick's due. Like that's all he's due. Like
And
I
you
have
said to
no other
me-
explanation.
And when you were walking to the car yesterday, you're like, I just feel it.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, they're gonna beat him, and I figured it would be handily. I really did, but that was just so interesting. Ryan Fitzpatrick has his way of just pulling out wins. I don't know what it is.
Sorry, I apologize. He ties the total QBR with Dan Marino for the best in Dolphins history. But he has the best completion percentage in Dolphins history, minimum 20 attempts, as he went 18 for 20 last night.
That'll do it.
Dude, he was in fuego. And by the way, he was running the ball too. Did you
Grit.
see Tua laughing?
The king of grit is
He
what
is-
he is.
he might be,
And did you
dude.
see it was on like the first drive of the game? They handed it off to Myles Gaskin. Myles Gaskin cuts it back and he goes out and starts blocking. And he lays
Yes,
a good
I
block.
saw that.
He
That was
hits.
actually, he's playing. And by the way,
He-
somebody did say this yesterday.
He's so gritty.
Him being the only man over 30 is probably good for these young guys. He's probably a good leader or a guy to kind of help Tua, come in. So I agree with you.
If I
But
picked one position to have over 30, it'd be my quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Like you have the most. You're the biggest veteran on this team. I trust the whole side of the ball to you, right? So
Yep. Now I got to say, Gardner Minshew 40 for 42. His QBR was a whole whopping 35. No touchdowns. He had 6 through the first 2 games. He had an interception last night. One, I'll also have to say, his receivers need to catch the damn ball. How many drops did they have?
how much did they pay Chris Conley when he
yeah, I
was
don't
with
even-
the
dude.
Chiefs? Like, and he couldn't catch a cold naked in a snowstorm.
No,
last
he
night.
could not.
I also need to ask this. We talked about Gardner Minshew not being the biggest need on that team. Do you still believe that?
I still believe it. That's a team I haven't seen in a long time. You trade down, you better collect a boatload of tickets. You need to do the great robbery like my man did back in the day for the Dallas Cowboys with Herschel Walker. You know what I mean? Like you need a whole new defensive line. You need some cornerbacks. You need you need a running back. I'm sorry, that little kid, he's working hard. I know he's undrafted. Dude, he broke out one time where I thought he was gone.
Hey, James Robinson?
Yeah, James
Come
Robinson.
on, man.
Dude, he
He's a good
runs
player.
hard. He
He's a
runs
good player.
hard. He's a good
Illinois State, he's a
change of
Redbird.
pace. He's a good change of pace back. I can't believe they cut Leonard Fournette for him, but he's a lot cheaper. So, again, they're tanking for Trevor, which they don't need to do.
Yeah, I think they have a lot more needs than quarterback, no question. But the Pac-12 now, we talked about monkey see, monkey do. The Pac-12 is
Hilarious.
returning to play. 7-game schedule starting November 6th. Know that we might not have to worry about it, given that the Pac-12 hasn't been a mainstay in the playoff. But is 7 games enough to get a team into the playoff?
Well, I don't know if you know this. Did you see what the NCAA was meeting on today?
What were they meeting on today?
Very interesting. The NCAA was meeting on the fact that they were going to mull over, does the record requirements for a bowl, should it count this year, or should it be based on academic progress rate? Swear to God that they are meeting on this. This is not a joke. This is happening as we speak.
But I did hear yesterday that they're not going to have a win limit. Like you
They're
don't
not
have to
going
have
to.
6. You don't have to have 6. I think they're just you can get in a bowl if you get in a bowl. But then the question for me becomes like, these bowl games, are they going to be willing to have a bowl game without fans? Because like fans and ticket sales
Dude, they've
and
already come out and
concessions
said,
are how they make their money.
It's weird. Pac has already come out and made that 100%. Like Mario Cristobal, I watched his interview today. I need to learn Spanish, bro. They were speaking some Spanish on the TV, like him and like Matthew Berry or whatever, like really good. And I hate when I don't know what's being said because I feel like I'm in my house. Honey talking, and I don't even know what she's saying. But anyway, Mario Cristobal, and she ain't Spanish, but I needed some Spanish. They were talking, and he basically said that, with the public situation, the government, what's going on in that area of the country, he said they definitely deserve, because they're going to have their championship game on December 18th. The corporation or whatever you call it, the College Football Playoff Committee, is going to come together on December 20th to make the announcement of who are the top 4. So they said, Mario Cristobal said unequivocally they deserve to be. The NCAA having the meeting, the fact that the NCAA is jumping up and down going, all Power 5 schools are returning to play. All of them. The SEC starts this weekend. They're throwing roses up in the air, yo. Mark Emmert, he's behind his desk dancing and stuff, bro.
I got to be honest, though. Seeing a team 8-0 get into the college football playoff will make me cry.
Dude, or what about
it will make without a non-conference game, 8-0?
5-0 team or something because of the Big Ten, you know,
right,
or the
I'll
Pac-12.
Cry. I will cry.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be strange. And then if they leave somebody out like a Memphis or a Central Florida with a Dylan Gabriel, who knows? But I will tell you this. Football is back, and the only conference that's right now that I know of that hasn't approved a schedule, that is the Mountain West, right?
Mountain West approved, I believe. I think it's the
they?
MAC that we're looking at now. I believe it's the MAC.
Okay, so the Mountain West is set to return in Arkansas. Much amazing what happens if you Google something. No, dude, when I got up this morning, okay, see, this article just dropped 34 minutes ago, so this is very new. I didn't know that the MAC was already back. So that means I think
Wait, the MAC's back?
The MAC is back.
So everybody's back.
So now it's everybody. So
except for like UConn. I don't know if UConn's back. But then
there's
also,
a
did you
couple
see for
private,
the Big
like,
Ten?
be
Did
a
you see
couple
Rondale Moore from Purdue opt back in?
No, but did you?
Yep.
I was going to tell you about something.
A lot of opt-ins.
Well, that's another thing that I was getting ready to tell you about the NCAA. They're meeting on not just that. They're meeting on a rule how to let you opt back in because they've never had this. Like if you opt out of a season,
none of this has ever happened.
It's usually like you opted out, peace. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, that was one of the things Mario Cristobal was talking about as well in his interview. The NCAA right here in this article says that they got to figure out about people if they want to opt back in who've opted out for the NFL. We also have to figure out how many games, if we're having a game thing, or if we are going to go with, again, what is it called? The academic...
the APR.
Academic, yeah, the APR. Dude, why don't I just say that? I just always laugh. When they say they're going to decide whether you're eligible because of your academic progress rate, just put APR. But anyway, the fact that they say that just to me is crazy. But anyway, well, I guess they are college students, remember?
Have some really bad teams in bowl games. That's what you're fixing to have.
It's about to say you are. The 500 record will be out.
It's gone.
It has to be gone.
Right. You don't know how many games teams are going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the biggest thing. We'll see what happens. Now, I want to know everybody's opinion on this. 67129 First Bank text line. Let me know. Heat versus Celtics tonight. Celtics are facing elimination. 3-1. Heat have the lead. Tyler Hero went off for 37 and 36 minutes last game. I want to know from you, Johnny, who you got tonight?
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. How the hell I know all this? Somebody shoot me in the face. I actually like that song kinda, but I was thinking about Greg Gaston in Middays and my man Gabe and Eli. Y'all killed me today.
Texts were great.
The
Texters are always great.
Y'all killed me, but Tyler Hero, we saw what he's been doing. We also know what Jimmy Buckets has done. Duncan Robinson, Goran Dragic. You got Eric Spoelstra. For some reason, Jason Tatum can't figure out that zone. They said they figured it out in the second half of game, the last game because he went 0 and then 28.
You know what I've noticed real quick?
And I kind of disagree.
From round 1, round 2 to round 3 now to the Eastern Conference Finals, the Heat and Eric Spoelstra has implemented 3 different defensive schemes, and I think that just goes to show how good of a coach he is, truthfully.
It also shows that you got a leader in Jimmy Butler who doesn't care who scores, doesn't care about anything but playing winning basketball. They play defense, they play offense, they do everything that you're supposed to do. I love this Heat team, and I have to tell you, family and friends, get ready. You're going to see your friends. Hey, people up in Boston, get to the airport if you want to camp out and see your team. They'll be back very soon. After this game, they flying back to Boston, bro. This one's over. It's a wrap.
Heat into the finals.
Heat in the finals, and let me tell you something.
Who would have thunk it?
Nobody. And I'm going to tell you something. This is a wild card right here. Like, I'm scared to death of this team. Like, if I was playing them, You don't know. Who do you put? Okay, we need to stop so-and-so tonight. You don't know because you don't know who's going to go off. Is it going to be Bam? Is it going to be Buckets? Is it going to be Duncan? Or what is I Am a Bucket?
Duncan Robinson, too. I know what I've noticed is they play like they have nothing to lose.
Nothing.
They play like
Jimmy's playing literally like his hair's been on fire.
They play like they have nothing to lose, and it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. In fact, I'm actually, if I didn't have a little bit on the Lakers, I'm actually rooting for them. But I like my money. I'm probably going to have to put a little money on the Heat now on the other side so I can root for the Heat, dadgummit. But I think the Celtics, I hate to say it to you, but Tatum is a wrap, brother. Kemba didn't give you enough shooting. Man, y'all didn't have your little homie, Gordon Hayward, to start the first 2 games. Y'all played well. You made it again to the Eastern Conference Finals, but, man, got just a little bit farther to go. It's a good thing you got rid of Kyrie. But, man, Kemba, do me a favor. You're going to have to learn to be like a hero and make those clutch buckets. Like going 1 for 8 from downtown in a ball game and expecting to win. No, that ain't ever going to happen. I'll tell you one thing, though. You know what we're about to do? We're about to talk about what's up with Jimmy G. What's up with George Kittle? What's going down in the National Football League? We got fantasy football with my very good friend Jim McCormick. It's all brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. That's MemphisFarmers.com. You know my good friend Chad Gatlin. A bing, a bang, a boom. MemphisFarmers.com. Check him out. Auto, home, life, business, whatever you can think of, he's got you. 901-235-1176. That's MemphisFarmers.com. Coming up next, get your fantasy questions into 67129 because here we go. It's Fantasy Friday with Jim McCormick on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
All 75 months at 2.99 APR, G4, LH, FO 7472, Outlander, LU 029957, Eclipse, LZO 15617. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 59875, excludes tax title and license, offer valid through end of the month with approved credit, dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details.
Gossett's Mitsubishi Madness is in full swing at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike, and you'll find deals to get this party started. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4 gets 41 MPG Highway. We Gossett at $139 a month or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, built to handle any adventure at $229 a month or buy for $18,573. And take the 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross for a spin at $19,107 or $229 a month. Get confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $139 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BICEP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help get you back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BICEP to 42424. That's BICEP to 42424.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
It's time to catch the falling prices at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah during our Fallback Kia sales event. You'll find best mass market brand and initial quality 5 years running for Kia with J.D. Powers, and we Gossett all at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah. Get 2020 Forte $131 a month, 36-month lease. How about a 2020 Soul $148 a month, 36-month lease? And check out the all-new 2021 Kia K5, now just $189 a month, 36-month lease. And they're all just $3149 due at signing. And in these uncertain times, Gossett says rest assured with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $3149 due at signing, 0 security deposit, excludes acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, $650 acquisition fee, Forte LE 2249.63, Soul L7120906, warranty is a limited powertrain warranty, see Kia.com or retailer for details, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 598.75, excludes tax title and license, see dealer for complete details, not all customers will qualify.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines, Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
My name is Jim McCormick, and he dropped in James Conner last week, told me stick with James Conner, trust in James. I was scared to death. 106 yards, touchdown, and guess who got another W? 2-0. That's right, me, your good buddy Johnny Radio. Welcome back into Sports 56 Happy Hour. Our next guest is Jim McCormick at _ I love an underscore guy. I'm Johnny _ Radio. He's at _ Jimmy McCormick. It's really that simple. Works with ESPN. Does a little bit of everything, and he's a fantasy guru. And I'm telling you, I've been winning so many titles, it's not even funny, thanks to him. He's been with me probably about now, like, Jimmy, is this what, our 5th year probably?
Something like that. It's been a minute. I mean, we've
been rapping for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been through some, some injuries and some tough seasons, but, like you said, some of the most glorifying stuff is when you make one of those winning decisions, sticking with a guy or making the right trade. So,
yes,
2 weeks in, no matter how your fantasy team feels, you really can do a lot with it. So if you're 0-2 or you're 2-0, it's like you always have to keep grinding.
You have to. That's the exact truth. But I got to tell you, you have no idea how scared I was to go with James Conner. I literally did it just because of you, because you said they're going to stick with him. I was so scared it was going to be a split between him and Mr. Snell, and I'm like, oh God. And then he looked like he was running for his job, didn't he?
Well, sometimes there's these, in fantasy, we kind of sometimes create situations. What I mean is that, like Snell looked good, but they've never actually in Pittsburgh hand where they're going to do a real share, right?
Yeah, they never have. No, you're right.
So it's almost like, it's better to be in what sometimes, even if people call it old school, quote unquote, it's better to be involved in some of those offenses. Even like yesterday, it wasn't good football for them, but the Jaguars with James Robinson, they're leaving him on the field for everything, which isn't traditional. A lot of teams sub guys out. And so being on the field all the time is just really rare. So that's why Connor is just still a guy.
Man, I can't believe it. How many today we're going to be talking a little bit about tight ends. You would not believe.
Position.
Yeah, I got a bunch of questions on tight ends today for some. Well, I mean, I can understand completely. Tight ends, you got people like who took Gronkowski. He has absolutely done nothing. I would be right now
He's probably cooked.
Dude, yeah. Does he have one catch? Two. I mean, what has he got?
I think it's a thing where, look, last year a healthy O.J. Howard was probably the biggest healthy bust in fantasy football.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like that system has never really rewarded that position yet. O.J. Howard's getting a little bit of work now, but I'm just trying to say, schematically, they put so much bandwidth on their wide receivers. I think not all of us, but there was going to be a tax on Tampa at some point. But what I mean is something had to give, right?
Yep.
All these guys couldn't pay their ADP off.
Not everybody can eat. There's only one ball.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be Gronk. I do think Tom Brady's actually kind of a buy, though. I mean, not just this week, but in general, I think it's kind of a buy. Yeah, just because
first 2 weeks, everybody's been very down on him.
And there's been some bad drops, and there's this declaration that he's definitely cooked or old.
Mm-hmm.
His ball still looks fine to me. I mean, I'm not even making excuses. It's just a small sample.
And plus,
I think eventually
again, Mike Evans has only been practicing with him now 2 weeks.
Yeah, Godwin's hurt. I'm just trying to say, I guess, even just what happens on the field so far. There's been 2 or 3 drop touchdowns, so it's just kind of I think some regression will hit, and you'll see a pretty good season there. Also, just Arians. Arians has made all sorts of guys look good. So
man, that is a very good point. But I got a lot of people who are wondering tons and tons and tons and tons of things about this weekend, and we're going to get going. But again, I got to ask you a quick couple fantasy major tight end football questions. Again, that basically dude says, Gronk was my guy. Is there anybody out there that you could think that is, available in a lot of leagues that, throw a couple names out there? He's basically asking that he could maybe go find.
Schultz, you know what I mean? It's only a 1 week sample, but they had a pretty
for Dallas.
We talked about only so many guys can eat in Tampa. I understand that, but it's just that Dak historically has looked at that guy. I mean, he got 10 targets last week. I don't know what to do with the 10 targets he got. It was the team high. He got 9 of them. They're all really simple, kind of convertible things. So, it's not to say that the player was that awesome, but that's kind of more encouraging, right? What I mean by that is that, it was just schematically they wanted to hit the tight end up. So that's one name to think of. I think he's been dropped because of a slow start, but Chris Herndon is still playing tons of out wide. He's playing slot snaps.
Dude, for the Giants, he's killing it. And at Indy, man, in that turf, man, I would think that that's a really good matchup for him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so, I mean, I just think, there's a couple good matchups coming up. I think, let's so extent that.
What about Logan Thomas? Nobody has the former quarterback who plays for Washington.
He's been interesting. Yeah, he's been interesting. He's getting targets. That first week he got really peppered with targets. Since then, it hasn't been as heavy. But I like him. I dig him. I mean, look, if you
went with Gronk right now, you're going to maybe have to either ride him out or, like I said, go with one of these guys and hope one of them gets hot or wait till Gronk gets going.
And I think you need – yeah, and the biggest lesson for the Gronk manager right now,
they
need to understand – they understand that they need to just need to be active and just, accept what he is. He was a mid-round stab at tight end. I'm not even just saying flat out cut him. You can do that. But just definitely don't be afraid to move on is what I'm saying. If you like a guy, go for it.
All right, I'm going to go 2 more tight end questions because I got a bunch of other stuff to get to. Don't forget 67129. 67129 is the text line. And if you don't get your question read over the air today, all you have to do is go @ Jimmy McCormick. Hit him up. He's that cool. He's that kind. All right, is this really the year that Tyler Higbee, because forever Tyler Higbee was going to be the guy, is he finally the man for the Las Vegas Rams?
For the Los Angeles.
I mean,
Rams,
Los Angeles. I had the Raiders in my head.
For this league, they might be in Las Vegas in 2 years. Who knows? But I think that Higbee, first of all, obviously went crazy against my Eagles last week, but really dating back to the second half of last season. And I don't want to say that I know what's going on. I'm just saying that for the last 10 games, they've had a shift where the 2 guys who always eat the passing game are Higbee and Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Now Woods missed a couple plays last week that could have like blown up the game, but Cooper Kupp has half the targets of Woods in the last 10 games. Half. Like literally, it's like 2-1.
So he is legit then. I mean, Goff's going to go at him like that.
And Higbee is real too. I just think what I'm trying to say is they used to score in a way that was built through the slot with they kind of changed their offense. Is what I'm trying to say. Rams' identity now is more tight end and gadget receiver and outside receiver, and it used to be more slot with Cooper Kupp and running back. That's not the case anymore. So I just think Higbee's real.
Higbee is the real deal Holyfield. Now, okay, if you want something, how much of Russell Wilson are you wanting right now, even though they're playing Dallas? And I think if they're playing Dallas, that
awesome.
kind of makes me
look,
even
they're
more excited.
They're home favorites. I mean, he's just amazing. They're letting him cook, more importantly. Like, that was the whole kind of offseason mantra, was let Russ cook. And they're doing that. Like, they're passing a lot on first down in neutral situations, and they used to run all the time. And just more dropbacks for Russell Wilson is just kind of more magic. I mean, it's great for people who have shares of that passing game, particularly Metcalf. And it's really fun. Russell Wilson's probably, he's the second best quarterback in the world, I think. So.
Dude. I like it. I think,
it depends what you think about Lamar Jackson, but I think like it's Mahomes, and then it's like Wilson and Lamar are like.
I think I'm a Wilson guy. Wilson's got Super Bowl ring. Wilson, I think he's going to get the MVP this year since he's never got the vote. I think it's going to, and he's completing 82.5% of his passes. Dude is just nasty. Let's be real. But the thing is, this is a great question from Daily. It's a DFS Daily Fantasy question. Drew Brees is at a premium this week. Would you take him at home against the Packers?
Probably not. I mean, the Packers have been pretty good on defense, but more importantly, it's just that like there's too many ways that offense can score that don't include Drew Brees.
Yep.
Like, meaning like I could see, Lat Mary getting a touchdown on the ground. Obviously Kamara on the ground, but then even just
Taysom Hill trick play.
So I'm not trying to say that like I'm avoiding him, but in a game like DFS where you can choose allocate your bandwidth to whoever you want, I don't absolutely love that setup. I mean, just because Brees, talk about looking older, Brees' vertical game is gone, and I don't think Michael Thomas plays. So I think there'd probably be better values at quarterback than that. I mean, there seems like there's better guys also who rush. If Brees doesn't capitalize on the touchdowns, then there's nothing else really. I'd rather have Kyler Murray, for example, or something like that.
Dude, Kyler Murray's been just so sick. But right now I got a guy who just texted me and he says you won't be on Monday, so he wants you to break down. He likes to do the daily fantasy Monday night between the Chiefs and the Ravens. Would you rather go Mahomes or Jackson? Are you going Edwards-Helaire? You see what I'm saying? Kind of just like
yeah. I mean, I think the way to do it would be like
stack one side.
Lamar. Well, I would build around Lamar because if the game's competitive, it's going to be because he goes off. I mean.
I
just think, and I think the floor is even higher just because Mahomes is awesome. And again, it's just that like you just get so much more rushing. I think with Jackson. Obviously, that's simple analysis, but that's really what I'm trying to say is everything goes through him. And then running back wise, I mean, you can take your stab. I would probably go cheaper in Baltimore and just take Dobbins of the two of Ingram and him, just because he's gonna be cheaper and he has just as much equity and. He only had 3 touches last week, but he took them for 50 yards. I mean,
that is true. JK ain't no joke.
If Ingram ever goes down, or they ever had an incentive to kind of like commit to the kid and see what he has like down the stretch to see if they want to ride a future running game. I mean, getting shares. If you can stash him, J.K. Dobbins is such a fun stash of season long. DFS, he's more of a gamble. And then the passing game in Baltimore, you're just guessing after Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews. So
dude, I'm just going to say I'm taking Mark Andrews actually over Travis Kelce in this game for daily fantasy because I'm going to spend my money. And again, the fact that you're taking J.K. Dobbins over Mark Ingram, I've already got somebody who's hit me up on my personal cell phone. He just asked me, he goes, what do I do with Ingram?
Well, Ingram scored last week on that trick direct snap, and like that made the stats look a lot better. Before that, it would have been another kind of slump of a game.
Yep.
I kind of think last year was this perfect mix where he had no competition other than Lamar for touchdowns, but now Dobbins is down there, and Dobbins is like a real threat, and Dobbins is also getting all of the passing down. So like Ingram's really isolated to hopefully he gets all the goal line carries and he gets early down carries, but still there's competition from really even Gus Edwards, it's kind of annoying. It's messy. If you could sell Ingram at his name, like if somebody's willing to give you like, a pretty good name for him, if you could even get like a Tyler Higbee, for example, like a real good starting player, I would do it.
Man, how high right now with Allen Robinson upset in Chicago? How high would you have him on your board this week playing in Atlanta? You would think it'd be a good game. Atlanta's defense gives up, all kinds of yards to the air.
Yeah. Those games in Atlanta are built to be like kind of track meets, it seems like this year. I mean, it's fun. I mean, when you have that kind of bandwidth of your offense, it's fun. I mean, I don't know what extra added incentive there is. I just know they're giving him the ball, which is nice. And then on the other side of the ball, with Julio looking like he's out, I mean, Ridley's just a monster. And then, I don't know what to say. If you're looking for another cheap tight end, if anybody gave up on Hayden Hurst already, I think there's something there. So for this week,
I like that. By the way, are you more Anthony Miller? Like, it's amazing how high Allen Robinson is compared to Miller on most people's board. Would you take a stab at maybe an Anthony Miller this week in Atlanta? Because he is cheap as can be.
He can pop, he can disappear, and he can be a featured guy and get 12 targets or completely disappear. I don't honestly know what's going on with his kind of fluctuating role. I do know that he is obviously nothing close to Robinson. We're not saying that, but in DFS for the stat, regular fantasy, I might be trying to look for somebody who has a more steady, kind of predictable role.
Man, this next question, I want to cry right now. I feel sorry for this guy. He says his flex position, only two guys he's got really, Brandon Cooks and Henry Ruggs. And he looks like another speedster who's going to be a bust in Las Vegas. I mean, for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's early. He looks like a decoy so far. It looks like he's a field stretcher, which seems like the offense is working, so I can't hate on it. It's kind of like,
hey, they're running the football.
It's just a really expensive field stretcher, in terms of what they spent. But at the same time, it was Ruggs and who else? It was Ruggs and Cooks. I like Brandon Cooks more.
You like Cooks more? Me too.
One, this last week, who's to say that he's going to get that many targets again, 9 or 10 targets? But Will Fuller is already banged up, which is a shame because it's the story of Will Fuller's career. But it looks like there's enough bandwidth in Houston. I think they're just bad enough on defense that they're going to have to drop back a lot.
All right, Alec, go ahead.
No, sorry. I just think Houston's going to be a busy offense. So, I'd rather have Cook.
All right, I'm going to go a real quick rapid fire on some of these running back ones real fast. Are you ready to rock and fire?
Do it.
Let's do this. All right, we got Josh Jacobs at New England. Oh, my goodness. It's a Bill Belichick defense. Yeah. Do you want to start him, or are you starting Joe Mixon?
I'm still going with Jacobs just because the fear was, is he a feature back? He is now. He's playing 75, 80% of the snaps, getting all of the relevant passing work. But we can't say the same thing for Mixon. Mixon, he's the same guy. He's getting 55 to 60% of the snaps and just not enough passing work. Last week you looked he had 4 for 40 in the receiving game. That's good. Yeah, but you look down the box score and you see that Bernard had 5 catches for 60 yards. If you consolidate that, now you're talking about a superstar.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Melvin Gordon, David Johnson.
Melvin Gordon, David Johnson.
Melvin Gordon playing Tampa Bay, and David Johnson's at Pitt.
Tampa's given up, and they did this last year too, but Tampa's given up the least yards per carry to running back. So they stuff. I think they have Sue and still there, and they just stuff the interior of the line. Meaning it's philosophical of that defense. It's that's what they want to do. And so, I had Gordon. He's nice and everything, but I just think Johnson is going to have more equity as a receiver and a rusher. But right now is a good time to start both of them. To be honest, they're kind of cheaper veteran RB2s. I'm not down on Gordon. I'm just higher on Johnson, the passing workload.
Last question of the day. This is a non-PPR question. Are you going Kareem Hunt for Cleveland or Nick Chubb for Cleveland?
It's going to be Nick Chubb, especially because you're not losing out any on that receiving equity. They're both awesome so far. It's frustrating when they're both working well. It's not as frustrating, but it would be Chubb just because he's still just a spectacular rusher.
He is the man. He is Jim McCormick. It's @Jimmy McCormick. Check him out. It's Fantasy Friday. We do it every Friday. Jimmy, I thank you so much, and I appreciate the James Conner last week, and I'll probably hit you up and bother you with something else this week, my friend.
No problem, guys. And, hey, enjoy it. It goes fast. It's already week 3 somehow.
I know. It's crazy, man. It is week 3. Jimmy, be good, my brother. We're late for a break. I can't believe it's week 3, but, man, Sports 56, SEC starting. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And don't forget Lee Sterling and Alex Kuhn all left in the show. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
It's R&R on Sports.
The word is out about R&R on Sports, where you've heard interviews from
Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more.
R&R on Sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1. Don't miss us.
Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta. Snow crab, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at crabkingstn.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta. Memphis favorites. Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta. Snow crab, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at crabkingstn.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta. Memphis favorites.
Frontier Western Store is open and ready to serve you for all your needs in boots, apparel, pet food, and more. Frontier is proud to be a local leader here in the Mid-South when it comes to boots. Stop by the store today for an incredible selection of name brand work and dress boots. Come browse aisles and aisles of top quality boots at everyday low prices in our world famous boot showroom. Dan Post, Rocky, Durango, Twisted X, Georgia, Ariat, and many more. There are so many styles, colors, and fits available, you might need a hand picking out your favorites. Luckily, Frontier's knowledgeable sales staff will cheerfully assist you with any questions you have and ensure the proper fit of your new boots. Frontier also has an amazing selection of jeans and shirts by Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt, as well as a fully stocked women's boutique department with thousands of tops and dresses at unbelievable prices. New arrivals often. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Gilman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Get ready to fall in love with driving again in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Get everything you want with the 2020 Forte, just $131 a month. Or hit the road in 2020 Soul, $148 a month. And transform your driving experience this fall in the all-new 2021 K5, now $189 a month. All 36-month leases in just $31.49 due at signing. And you'll get peace of mind you can trust with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your Kia on at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, excludes acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, $650 acquisition fee, Forte, LE 2249.63, sold, L712-0906, K5MG 003-199. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 598.75. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Not all customers will qualify.
Hey Tiger fans, this is John Stacy of the Wolf Chase Honda Blue and Gray Show. You can hear Drew Barrett and I talk Tigers with Tigers every Sunday night at 5 right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7. You never know which Tigers great we'll have in the studio with us either. We'll get them to call in too. We are your go-to show for Memphis Tigers football. That's the Wolf Chase Honda Blue and Gray Show right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
I'm your pusher man.
Oh, yes, I am your pusher man. How you like what I pushed on you? Yup, Miami. Thank you, Lee Sterling and Gabe Kuhn. Lee Sterling's joining us in the next segment, and he's going to push a bunch of winners on us. He won again last night. He won with his 40-star unit. First big play of the year last week with Central Florida. Dancing. How easy was that one, man?
See, I'm hoping he gives us a UFC pick.
Dude, I know.
Man.
I want a UFC pick. I'm gonna try to coax him into one. But I'll tell you one thing: Lee Sterling is the bomb. If you like a little action, we're gonna give you a little action. We got college football, we got NFL. Hopefully, we'll get also a little UFC. Speaking of football, thank you very much, Gabe Kuhn, Ryan Fitzpatrick, I mean, best QBR since Dan Marino and the best completion percentage of any Miami quarterback in history. They beat the brakes off of them. You know who else got the brakes beat off of them last night? South Alabama, dude. UAB. Did you see that Austin Watkins kid?
He hammered him.
Is that a he's an NFL talent, isn't he? Or was it because he was playing in South Alabama? Like watching him.
Let's take time. He looked good though. He looked fantastic.
Looked 7 receptions, had 183 yards, was jumping over people. And the one that I loved is when he grabbed the ball over that guy, and the South Alabama guy, the defender went up to rip the ball down from him, and he has the South Alabama has his hand on the full ball, and he tries to rip it, and the dude Watkins held the ball all the way through the catch. He couldn't rip it from him.
Spencer Brown, their running back, looked like he had some game too. 6 foot, 220, ran for 105 and 3 TDs.
Dude, UAB,
looked good, man.
UAB went out and dropped 42 all over South Alabama's face, bro. 42-10. That was a disaster. I mean, just a smashing by UAB. Congratulations. But we do have SEC football this weekend. We also have in the NFL no Jimmy G, no George Kittle. We talked a lot of fantasy, but we are going to talk now gambling. Coming up next is Lee Sterling. We'll talk college football. What do you expect from Mac Jones? What do you expect from LSU this year? What do you expect from Mike Leach? Is the air raid offense going to work in the Southeastern Conference? Sure worked last year for Joe Burrow. Plus, we got probably one of the greatest Monday Night Football games ever. You're going to want to make sure you get Lee Sterling's number because you're going to want to call him on that one. Kansas City, Baltimore. Man, you need a pro handicapper to pick that one. That's a tough one, don't you think? Like Monday Night Football, are you like I know I'm excited that it's Friday. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm stoked. We got SEC football going down. Great games. But Monday, I'm already thinking about Mahomes and Jackson. Like, there's not usually a.
Are you giving anybody an edge in that one, or you just want to watch?
Man, I'm just right now. I mean, I want to eventually gamble on it, but I'm looking for an.
You're
edge.
Still thinking about it.
I'm still thinking. I don't know who has it, but I will tell you this: Patrick Mahomes, 6 games in a row, double digits. They find themselves down. Guess what? 6 comeback wins. That is flat out impressive. But Lamar Jackson, he's a regular season baller, last season's MVP. That's happening on Monday, but we ain't going to talk about that. We're talking about SEC football. We're talking NFL. We're talking with Lee Sterling next. Remember, MemphisFarmers.com, my good friend Chad Gallen, and never touch the dial. This is Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
The day has come for huge savings at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat with Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days going strong on Covington Pike. Get 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days. New 2020 Jeep Cherokee Latitude IIHS Top Safety Pick, $21,740 or $275 a month. 2020 Dodge Challenger, a muscle car with best-in-class cargo volume, $24,690 or $318 a month. 2020 Dodge Charger, America's fastest 4-door muscle car, $24,990 or $329 a month. And 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Quad Cab, $366 a month. Drive past the rest. Come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, 1901 Covington Pike. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 3.99 APR, 3,500 down. Must finance through Chrysler, Cherokee, LD 561583, Challenger LH 214740, Charger LH 116732, 1500 LS 139-171. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Let's go with Go-Go Squeeze. We're going, growing, standing tall, climbing, laughing, hide and seeking, giving our all.
Our kids' days are filled with adventure, and Go-Go Squeeze is there for every run, jump, step of the way. Made from wholesome ingredients like 100% fruit and veggies, real yogurt, and no artificial anything in Go Anywhere pouches, so our kids can keep going wherever their adventures take them. Go-Go Squeeze. You make the memories, we'll make the snacks. Find us in the applesauce aisle.
Let's go.
Family Leisure's done it again. We're talking about the world's biggest spa sale. Up to 30% off on spas and swim spas. Choose from hundreds of different spas from multiple manufacturers. There is special financing available, and if you are in the market, special pricing now as summer starts to dwindle on chemicals and accessories. Always professional delivery available. The spas are going crazy at Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If ever there was a time for comfort food, this is it. And there's no comfort food like Sunrise on Jefferson. Fresh-made breakfast featuring Sunrise's signature homemade square biscuits or the huge selection of hot, fresh, and fast lunch items are all part of what has always made Sunrise the most comforting of comfort foods in Memphis. Of course, everything that can be done to keep you and the staff safe at Sunrise is a top priority. And you can always order ahead and get delicious Sunrise to go. At a time this confusing, it's good to know there's one thing you can count on: Sunrise.
It's time to catch the falling prices at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah during our Fallback Kia sales event. You'll find best mass market brand and initial quality 5 years running for Kia with J.D. Powers, and we Gossett all at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah. Get 2020 Forte $131 a month, 36-month lease. How about a 2020 Soul $148 a month, 36-month lease? And check out the all-new 2021 Kia K5, now just $189 a month, 36-month lease. And they're all just $3149 due at signing. And in these uncertain times, Gossett says rest assured with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $3149 due at signing, 0 security deposit, excludes acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, $650 acquisition fee, Forte LE 2249.63, Soul L7120906, warranty is a limited powertrain warranty, see Kia.com or retailer for details, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 598.75, excludes tax title and license, see dealer for complete details, not all customers will qualify.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, WPGFLP Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Yo, what's up? It's Sports 56 Happy Hour with your good buddy Johnny Radio. We are in a nice groove today. We've already gone fantasy football for you. Now it's time for all you out there who like to throw a little action down. And I'm about to bring on my good friend Lee Sterling, who's been with me for a long time. And I also want to remind all y'all something very, very important. If you like to put down a little, if you, what do they call them, schleckles or whatever? What is that word? Have you ever heard that word? I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything. I think I've heard that word. Maybe I'm crazy. I am crazy. Anyway, point is, you have a job probably. You don't have 80 hours a week to sit there and study these games during coronavirus like COVID-19 this year. It's probably the hardest year to handicap in the history, but I will tell you something. I don't know how he's doing it. I've been scared. I was scared yesterday. I told you how scared I was of that game. Talked to Lee, my buddy Gabe. He liked Miami as well. Bing, bang, go. I go and get a win last night. Thank you to Paramount Sports and Lee Sterling. 3 straight winning weeks. I told you he had Central Florida, 40 units on that bad boy. Bam! Had a 50 unit on UFC. Bam! 3 straight winning weeks. Bam! That's bank money, baby. Now check him out. You can get, literally, you can get a 40 to 50 unit play on UFC, football, probably 9 to 12 other plays, all for the low, low price of $97. Check him out. Go to Paramount Sports right now, literally right now, or just sit here and listen and do it right after, the segment if you want to. But also, let me bring him on real quickly, and I got to bring him in now and say what's up, and congratulations, and thank you. Lee, what is up, my man?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Appreciate you having me back on. It's called shekel.
Is it? What is it?
It's a shekel. You got to be Jewish to be able to pronounce it.
A shekel?
It's a shekel.
Thank you. I knew I've heard that word somewhere. I'm not as crazy as I thought then. Okay. Yeah. But, man, everybody out there, I'm not playing with you. If you want to be dancing, I think if you follow me on Twitter, you saw me tweet out last week.
Yep.
There was nothing that felt as good as that Central Florida game. That thing was so easy. I was so nervous before the game.
And you know what? If you were watching the game, the first, 4 drives, they had the ball, 28 points, not 4 straight touchdowns. And then even after having this kickoff almost run back for a touchdown against us, we were down 7-0. And then we went up 28-7, and then all of a sudden, the conservative play calling. Let Dylan Gabriel go. I think he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in college football.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I love him. I thought Josh Heupel got very conservative for a while.
Oh my
there.
God! There was running play after running play, losing 7, losing 9, losing 5, putting them in some tough situations. But they come back and they win 49-21. Then we followed that up with the UFC. And how about this? I found a UFC parlay. For Saturday night. I've got a 50-unit UFC parlay. I know some people don't love UFC. It did take off this summer, but you got to stay with it. There's been 20 matches, 20 cards. We've won 17 of the 20. Of the 40 to 50-unit plays we put out 8. We won 7 of the 8. I've got another 50-unit, my first ever 50-unit parlay. So come ride with me, people. You can turn less than $100 investment. If you're playing just $100 to $200 into $1,500 or $2,500 this weekend, never done it before, where you get everything: football, college and pro football, including a 40 to 50 unit play, a UFC 50 unit parlay, and my NBA. I'm 7-2-1 the last 10 there.
Man, since I've been playing with you, just to give a record, I got it because I keep my little scratch card right here. And by the way, my man Gabe Kuhn can tell you I'm sitting about 2 inches taller. I've got you right now, since I've been playing with you, 15-3, and we tied last night in the basketball game with the Jacks. So 15-3-1. Yeah. But you've hit all
they needed
your
to
big
do
plays.
Was when they got that rebound with 2 or 3 seconds, just foul them so we can make one of the 2 free throws and win by 7.
I thought for sure, man, I couldn't believe it. I still couldn't believe it. They just dribbled it out. But you know what? Again, I'll take a jack. It ain't a loss. And you won last night that was the easiest football game, by the way.
Oh.
I was so scared of that football game. I'm not kidding with you. Gabe can attest to this.
Why was Jacksonville favored, Johnny?
That's what scared me. I'm like, why is everybody on Gardner Minshew?
Here's why. Because the first 2 games, they played out of their minds. That was the best they could have played.
They beat the Colts.
They win 1. They almost beat Tennessee. And then, you see Miami. Miami, they didn't know what to prepare for in New England.
Nope.
They were dominated pretty much there. And then they were just, they played against a better team in Buffalo. That line should have been Miami 1 or 2. So we took advantage of it.
And by the way, people out there, if you aren't into USC, I don't know what you've been doing during COVID-19, because I'm not going to lie to you. I could not. I was a boxing guy. I didn't like. Gabe will attest to this. Did I like UFC?
No.
I could not stand it. I was so anti-UFC.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I am all about 253. I've been going and watching the fights. I've been betting on the fights.
This Monday, first thing he tells me is he watched 3 different breakdowns on the Adesanya Costa fight. I said, we have come a long way, sir.
You know what? So I've got a tie-in. My daughter's boyfriend works for Legends. You know what Legends is? I didn't either. Okay, I'm going to give you something. I'd never heard of Legends. It's a partnership between Jerry Jones and the Steinbrenners. They will do everything from the ground up. Let's say you want to build like the Atlanta new stadium anywhere. You want to remodel your stadium. You go to Legends, and they will hire contractors. They'll do the plans. They will build out the stadium. they'll do all the advertising, sell all of it, and they'll design and put all the vendors in there. They have, I think, like 80-something stadiums. You know, like the new stadiums that go and are built in England
Yes.
for soccer, for the Premier League. They do all those. They do the new San Francisco Stadium. They do Atlanta Stadium, Notre Dame's Stadium. They do Hard Rock here in Miami. They are
That's
huge.
genius.
And I'd never heard of the company before.
never
he
had
worked
either.
for them. Yeah, he's an attorney. So they do the merchandising for UFC. So
By the
when
way,
this thing-
it
when this
pays
thing
to go to
opens up-
Miami, doesn't it?
Yeah. we're gonna meet in Vegas, and we're gonna have a weekend where we go to a Raiders game on Sunday, but before that, on Saturday night, a big UFC fight. How does that
Oh
sound?
man, that sounds like, dude. I can't even take it. I'm so excited. And again, plus,
And
we have
that's just the G-rated stuff.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, my man. I know that, Mr. Lee. We're going out to Vegas, baby. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, though, we got to talk about some lines because we have the SEC starting off this week. There's one game that sticks out to me more than any other. I started off my show asking this. I was laughing at the national pundits going, all they keep talking about all day is who in the SEC network is who's going to replace Tua Tagovailoa. Those are big shoes. I'm like, dude, Mac Jones played 4 games last year, dude. Mac Jones is going to be fine. This is an Alabama team with tons of talent. Quit worrying about that. What is LSU going to be without Joe Burrow and Joe Brady? What is Mississippi State going to be with Mike Leach? I have no idea. This is the exact reason you have to have a handicapper break down games like this.
Yeah, I'm spending extra time. Normally, I leave like on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. I might leave 10:30, 11 o'clock. This year, just to get all the information and to figure out who those backups are, who will step in. I mean, I'm following like the reports from these beat writers. They're writing down who's at practice. Trust me, you just got to find out where to find out that information. We're finding it out, and then we do all the evaluations, and that's why we're winning in college football and the NFL.
Man, and I got to ask you, dude, this weekend, I'm telling you, last but not least, please, if you are wanting to play, if you're wanting to actually just have a great weekend, $97, all you have to do is call 800-400-9741 or go to ParamountSports.com. I can promise you, bing, bang, boom, it's going to be a weekend that you never forget. And it's UFC 253, SEC starting up, NFL. It's all going down. But who we got starting off this week, my man? Lee Sterling's in the house. LSU, 17-point favorite over State. What?
Here's the deal here. New quarterback, and I think the defense is going to be good for LSU, but the offense might take some time. New defensive coordinator, Mike Leach, brings in. We're not going to call Mike Leach. We're going to refer to him as the Pirate. Zach Arnett. Remember that name? He's a Rocky Long disciple from San Diego State. They run that unorthodox 3-3-5.
Yep.
I think they're going to give LSU some trouble. Young quarterbacks, inexperienced quarterbacks have trouble with that. And KJ Costello, bring him in from Mississippi State, from Stanford, and he was a top 15 quarterback, but he just couldn't stay healthy. And how about this? The Pirate does his best work as an underdog, 14-6 as an underdog at Washington State. LSU wins 37-23, but State covers.
I like it. State cashes the check, baby. Now, we also got this. This is crazy, man. Bo Nix is coming back. Auburn. They're a 7.5-point favorite over a Kentucky team that I don't know how they keep doing it. But I guess if you look at, like, Pittsburgh, when you have Snells in there, when you see just basically what Stoops has done with the Kentucky program year in and year out, they impress. I don't know how, but they do. Auburn, I would think, has so much more talent. But what saith the genius?
So here's the deal with this game. You think of Kentucky and you think of a team just trying, to get to a bowl game.
Yep.
I don't think they're at that level right now. I think they're way above that. And what I see with this team here is I think that they have, there's teams like LSU, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, really top-tier offensive and defensive lines.
Yep.
I really think that their offensive and defensive lines are at the next level. They are just underneath them. They have really built some lines with some tough kids. So I think they're going to muck up the game, just try to run the football. Look what they did last year. I mean, with a quarterback who couldn't throw, Terry Wilson's better than that. Terry Wilson led them to a 10-3 record the year before. I like Bo Nix. I think he's going to be great, but 4 to 5 new starters on the offensive line, new offensive coordinator. Wrong team's favored. Kentucky outright 24-21.
Whoa! Yep. My man Mark Stoops is a baller shot caller. I've been saying this forever. I don't know how he is still at Kentucky, to be honest with you. I mean, it's amazing
really
the job
coach.
he's done. Great coach. Now, this one is another one that's going to be fascinating because right here, you can hear this game right here on Sport 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM on Saturday is Florida and Ole Miss. Tee it up. Oh, my goodness. I'm so nervous about this one. Florida's a 14.5-point favorite. Lane Kiffin, this might be a rough opening game for him.
Yeah, it could be, but here's something. They're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to be balanced. They ran for 5.4 yards per carry, but Florida's defense only gives up 3.2 yards per carry. John Rice Plum is going to have to throw the ball better, but he does have 3 wide receivers coming back, and that's important. Kyle Trask, really good quarterback for Florida, but lost his top 2 out of 3 receivers, lost his top running back, and except for Tennessee Martin Vanderbilt, they didn't score above 40 points here. The honeymoon for Lane Kiffin is going to be on here and last another week. Florida escapes 34-30. I'm taking Ole Miss here.
Dude, I'm sorry. I can't even talk right now. I'm so freaked out. Like, right now, everybody in the state of Mississippi is going to be dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I know the Egg Bowl is very contentious, but when state covers and, Ole Miss covers, there's a party going on in Mississippi, and they're usually doing a little extracurricular activities, if you know what I'm saying. Now, Tennessee, oh, my goodness. Philip Fulmer was on earlier with Middays, Greg and Eli. I've talked to, I got family who loves Tennessee, and I mean, of course you would love them if your daughters went there and you went there. So they love the Vols. They bleed orange, like they say. But, man, all I've heard all year long is how good Tennessee is. And then the line this week when South Carolina doesn't even have an answer at quarterback is only 3. This looks like a setup, man.
It could be, and this is where Tennessee in the past has failed. But, I don't think so. I think South Carolina, they're still looking for an identity, and Tennessee's starting to ascend. I think maybe the maturity might chip in. Last year they won 41-21, and they were dominant. It wasn't like they had a couple extra turnovers in that game. Colin Hill comes over from Colorado State. Yeah, he knows Mike Bobo's system. He was his head coach. Now he's the offensive coordinator, but no real running back threats. And the running game, I don't know if they can, buy him enough time and put him in enough good situations here. I like Tennessee, 30-24.
30-24,
yep. So
it's not dude, that's what I've had everybody ask me because everybody's been so fired up about that Tennessee line, and they honestly were like, man, I was about to lay a whole bunch of money if it was like 5-7. Being 3 kind of freaked me out. So all you people out there who love Tennessee, just kind of relax. Vegas is just playing with your mind. Now let's get to the National Football League. Man, I can't believe you're doing this right now, but this is how much you love us. I've been talking about Monday Night Football, and it's a Friday, and I have weekend. I have all kinds of stuff going on. We got UFC 253, but Baltimore and Kansas City are playing each other. It's gonna be nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna be freaking out. I'm gonna be freaking out. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. I don't even know what to think. I'm just excited, and I want to know who you got because Baltimore is a 3.5-point favorite over the defending Super Bowl champs.
So, I thought Kansas City was the best team last year.
Me too.
And it played out that way. So, but here's the deal. They're not the best team right now.
Ooh.
We're not picking a Super Bowl champion. We're trying to get a winner this week. The blueprint was laid out last week by the Chargers. You run the football, you control the clock, and you make Kansas City go 80 to 90 yards. And Baltimore can do it better than the Chargers. They put up 230 rushing yards on the Texans. They have 18 straight games where they've rushed for at least 100 or more yards. And how good has Lamar Jackson been? 28 touchdown passes and just 1 interception in the last 9 regular season games. Give me Baltimore in a shootout, 41-34.
Whoa,
yep.
41-34. Monday night, like I said, is going down for real. It's going to be awesome. Listen, if you want to get the game of the week, if you want to get, which is Texas A&M, who's a 30.5-point favorite over Vanderbilt, all you have to do, 800-400-9741. If you want to get all of his plays, UFC, football, basketball, everything this weekend, and you want to party like a rock star for only $97, 800-400-9741, or go to ParamountSports.com. My friend Lee Sterling, I'm telling you, he's in Fuego. I trust him. I love him. You need to do the same thing.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey,
you
man.
said it all right there. ParamountSports.com. Like I said, you can get football. You can get my second 40 to 50 unit play. We'll have a UFC 50 unit parlay in. I'll even throw in basketball. $97. Never had it that low. I know if I win for people,
they're
less than $100, and I turn it into $1,500, $2,500 in one weekend, they're going to be all in through the Super Bowl. ParamountSports.com.
Hey, he's the best in the business. He's Lee Sterling. He'll be back next Friday. Man, call him up, 800-400-9741. Be good out there, Lee.
Okay. Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you. That's my good buddy, Lee. Trust him. I do. And by the way, Gabe Kuhn, your eyes almost popped out your head when he said he had a 50
unit parlay?
parlay.
Come
in
on,
UFC.
man. That's not common.
I've never heard of that either.
That's
the
not
first
common.
time he's ever done it.
We might need to.
But I will tell you, do you not remember? No. This is.
That's why you got to call him.
Hold on. He gave me remember when I told you about the $40 UFC parlay? The one that won me $1,600?
No.
Remember he gave me.
Is it from him?
Yeah, came from him. It was a 40 unit. It wasn't a 50 unit. He had a 3-team parlay. It was like one prelim, and then it was like a championship fight, another fight. All fights that he picked. Like he's like, this dude can't do this. This guy's gonna kick the brake and break his leg. Dude, he about broke this dude's leg in the first round. The dude tapped out. Second fight, he's like, the guy's gonna knock him out in the first 2 minutes. He knocked him out in 30 seconds.
There was one fight, I can't remember. He goes, he's going to leg kick him, and I promise you it'll be over within 3 minutes. The other guy's legs are going to be too messed up. 2.5 minutes, guy ends up falling on the ground because his legs are way too messed up. He gets swept. Guy gets on top, ends the fight.
Yep, and I put all three of his picks. It was a 40-unit thing. I put $100 on it to see if it would really work. If the sucker paid $1,600, I was like, oh, my God, Lee. I love you. Speaking of love, all 5 Power 5 conferences, and not only that, all FBS schools, because, man, we got MACtion now. They've even agreed to come back. So guess what? Monkey see, monkey do. I told y'all this a long time ago. If they start playing, they are all going to want to play.
But that does not stop things from being canceled and postponed.
Correct.
The most recent one, Charlotte and Georgia State, has been postponed due to positive test results and contact tracing quarantines at Georgia State.
Goodness gracious. I didn't even know that one, man. Man, they keep coming every second of every day, it feels like. Well, I'm just fired up. We got SEC football. You know, by the way, the Pac-12, they've decided they're going to start playing football November 6th. No fans. Championship game is supposed to be on December 18th. Guess what? That happens to go right before, 2 days before, the College Football Playoff Committee announces the top 4 teams in the playoffs, and guess that's kind of genius. You know what I'm saying? They're saying they're only going to play 7 games. The NCAA is meeting. I have not, before I came on the air, they had not made a decision. I don't know. I haven't been able to check it, but they are meeting to see if they don't go by the 500 winning percentage and a certain number of games. I think it was 6 wins or something, wasn't it? They are going to now go by your APR. Can you say what APR means again? Average?
Academic.
Academic progress rate.
Progress rate,
yeah,
I believe.
Dude, I'm like, dude, it sounds all really fine and dandy, but it's just like, dude, wait. That's how you're
Who's doing good in school? That's all you're. That's what
we're gonna do for our bowl games. Great.
Northwestern will be in a great bowl game then.
So will Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's going to be killing it.
Dude, that is too funny. Even though Vanderbilt is what this week? 17.
Vanderbilt in a 10-game SEC schedule?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be great, aren't they?
One probably. Dude,
do they win a game?
They're a 31-point dog.
Do they win a game this year? Do they win a game this year?
Do you know that's their total, don't you?
Yeah,
Did you know the over and under with Vegas is 1?
Really?
Yes, it really is. I'm not joking.
Would you pick the over or the under?
I don't think I would play it, to tell you the truth, because I don't actually. If I played it, I would.
To be honest,
under.
I sure as hell
would go under, because do you know what?
I sure as hell wouldn't pick the over.
Well, can I just tell you why I would actually say under?
Tell me.
Because Arkansas is not on their schedule. Is that wrong?
I think the worst team they play looks to be,
dude, the worst team
either South Carolina or Mizzou.
Missouri, maybe Ole Miss, Mississippi State. There's four.
I didn't want to say those. I didn't want to say those.
But those are the four worst because they have LSU and Tennessee and Florida and Georgia and Texas A&M, and it's going to be, dude, Kentucky is good too this year, man. Oh, man.
Go look at the schedule and try to find a win.
I don't have a win, brother.
Go look.
I don't have one.
And if it's at 1, I definitely don't think they're getting 2 wins. I just don't.
Can I tell you a secret? I decided just now I'm going under. I am going under. But I also got to say one quick thing. Before we bring in my man Alex, I also wanted to say real fast, Jamal Murray, I know you saw it. First thing you thought, they didn't want to say it even on the broadcast. I didn't understand it. They're like, I didn't want to say it. Dude, how could you not think Michael Jordan when he did the up and under on LeBron James and spun that jun in? I didn't know Jamal Murray actually had that type of athleticism.
Did you think it was a foul on LeBron James late in that game? You know what I'm talking about. On Jamal Murray.
Man, now I can't.
And by the way, LeBron was. People always give LeBron crap for not playing defense on the best player in the fourth quarter. He did it all. The whole fourth quarter.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say that I had a problem with last night. I will say this. I don't think that the officials did a good job at all. I think Mike Malone should be pissed. And I think he needs to do exactly what my man Vogel did and go through, quote, the proper channels to get calls. Because did you see how many Laker free throws they had?
A lot more than the game before.
Bro, not just a lot more. They had so many more, it's not even funny. They attempted 35 free throws. LeBron James and Anthony Davis alone hit 24 free throws. The damn Nuggets only attempted 23. You know what I'm saying? They attempted 35 as a team and made 28. That is a huge factor in this game. I thought on a couple plays, Murray got fouled. There was one time I couldn't believe Joker basically got hit in the face and they didn't call a foul on him. Joker also didn't have his best game. Michael Porter Jr., he shot a 3. He got knocked down on 1. They didn't call nothing. It's like the Nuggets weren't getting the calls last night, I have to say. But we're going to talk more about, football, because we got to talk what's going on with the Big Ten, Pac-12, because Alec Kuhn, Gabe's brother, he joins us next on this beautiful Friday. Sports 56. Never forget, MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin, my boy, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Want to get your voice heard? Hit us up on the First Bank phone line or First Bank text line.
Get ready to fall in love with driving again in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Get everything you want with the 2020 Forte, just $131 a month. Or hit the road in 2020 Soul, $148 a month. And transform your driving experience this fall in the all-new 2021 K5, now $189 a month. All 36-month leases in just $31.49 due at signing. And you'll get peace of mind you can trust with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your Kia on at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, excludes acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, $650 acquisition fee, Forte LE 2249.63, Soul L7120906, K5MG 0031199. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 598.75. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Not all customers will qualify.
Great news, sports fans. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse is now open for dine-in service. Make a reservation and enjoy a mouth-watering steak dinner. Or, if you prefer, take it curbside. In addition to their fantastic steaks, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has a variety of entrees, including Canadian lobster tail, crab stuffed shrimp, pan-seared red snapper, and fresh ground steak burger with portobello mushroom sauce. Planning to cook out? The Butcher Shop Steakhouse offers a great selection of fresh Angus beef, hand-cut steaks and burgers, lamb chops, Atlantic salmon, and more. Make your reservation for dine-in or pre-order for curbside pickup. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse. Dine-in, curbside, and delivery. Plus, enjoy the sizzle of top-quality Butcher Shop steaks on your own grill. Call us at 757-4244 and visit our website, thebutchershop.com, for menus and more. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway.
It's buyback days. Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Did you pay a big repair bill on your existing heating and air conditioning system this year? Is your energy-guzzling heating and air conditioning system on its last leg and you think it's worth nothing? Good news, it's buyback days at Conway Services. We'll buy back your repair this year up to $1,500 toward the purchase of select Carrier Infinity systems. That's right, we'll buy back your repair up to $1,500 even if we didn't do the repair. Just show us the receipt from another company and we'll buy back the repair. If you didn't have a repair bill this year, we'll give you up to a $1,500 trade-in for that old energy-guzzling system toward the purchase of select Carrier Infinity systems. When air conditioning systems get older and inefficient, the cost of repairs and high utility costs can almost pay for a new system. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company today, and the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old heating and air conditioning system will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
A good friend of mine often says that golfers are the best athletes. This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. Now, I don't want to embarrass Ed by mentioning his name, but if you stop and think about it, he may be right. Just like the best real estate agent may not be who you think. Like a left tackle in football, a golfer hits it hard off the tee. Like a sprinter, the golfer walks down the fairway to reach his ball. Then like a quarterback who wants to connect with a distant target, the golfer hits the ball again, and in my case, again and again and again. So if you or someone you know is thinking of selling a home, draft your team by interviewing the players. Find out who will block that offensive lineman from knocking your deal down, and find out about the Shell Bucks option play. When interviewing, call or email me to find out why people often say, when you want the job done, call Shell Done. You can reach me at 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com. Do it now and don't fumble that ball.
All 75 months at 2.99 APR, G4, LHFO 7472, Outlander, LU02 9957, Eclipse, LZO 15617. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 59875, excludes tax title and license, offer valid through end of the month with approved credit, dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details.
Gossett's Mitsubishi Madness is in full swing at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike, and you'll find deals to get this party started. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4 gets 41 MPG Highway. We Gossett at $139 a month or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, built to handle any adventure at $229 a month or buy for $18,573. And take the 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross for a spin at $19,107 or $229 a month. Get confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $139 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead.
You don't head back to Tennessee, Jed. Man, oh man, Tennessee's playing football this weekend. SEC is back. I've been saying it. Monkey see, monkey do. Everybody in FBS, Power 5, everybody and their grandmother, they back to at least having a plan to play some football. Even the Pac-12, who's going to begin on November 6th, have their championship game on December 18th, 2 days before, of course, they announced the football from the football committee who's going to be in the Final Four. So a lot of interesting stuff going on in the world of football, and I'm so excited because we got Gabe Kuhn's brother who's going to join us right now, and he's got that middle of the country, that Iowa, St. Louis, Missouri kind of.
He's eating corn on the cob right now.
Right now he's eating
speak.
corn.
Yeah.
Can't take it. I love you. But anyway, it's time to bring in his Gabe's brother. Oh, Alex, how are you doing this wonderful Friday?
I'm doing great, and yes, that's the truth. In Middle America, that's literally all there is corn. At least that's how it's seen from outside of Middle America.
Like all I ever wonder is, like, whenever I talk to somebody, hey man, do you get crop circles?
This is what I imagine. This is what I imagine.
You know what? I just lied to you guys.
What?
There are soybeans. soybeans.
Oh, soybeans too. Sorry. No, there's not wheat, right? Gets a little too. Can you grow wheat there? How does that work?
Weed in
wheat, wheat, not weed.
I'm not a farming expert.
Stay
guys.
off the weed.
By the way, though, you can. There's a do you know the lakes up there? Do you ever go to those lakes?
The Great Lakes.
Yeah, the big ones. They kind of treat them like an ocean, and you can smoke weed now on them.
Have you ever? International waters, baby.
Yeah, it's awesome.
One of my best friends from college lives in Chicago, like a couple blocks from Lake Michigan. So,
by the way,
I used to be a frequent there prior
Hey,
to
hold up.
the pandemic.
Have you, Johnny? Have you been to? Have you been to the Great Lakes, like here?
No.
The lakefront in Chicago.
No,
they
actually,
have beaches.
I
Like it's
know
like
that's
a beach.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, trust me. That's why my buddy actually went this summer, and he came back with all kinds of gummy bears and all these left-handed cigarettes, and I was like, "What the heck?" He's like, "I went on vacation to the Great Lakes." I'm like, "What kind of like the Great Lakes in America?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, it's awesome." So I think I know where I'm going to the beach next year when this pandemic's over.
Oh yeah, you
Right.
got to go during the summer. It's a little chilly during
Yeah,
the fall and winter.
I can't imagine. I can only imagine. Speaking of chilly, dude, what are you thinking about this realistically? The Big Ten's plan to get these games in as fast as they can. The NCAA is meeting today basically to, I think, take away 6 games, 500, 500 winning percentage, all that. They're talking about going to the APR to get bowl eligible. But Pac-12, the Big Ten, everybody and their grandmother is going to be done before December 20th. So do you think now all 5 Power 5 conferences will get a fair shake from the College Football Playoff Committee?
I do. I still am having trouble trying to predict what this season's going to look like, just because we're still seeing cancellations. We're still seeing them.
Right.
And I don't know how it's going to line up as far as the SEC starting this week. Will they have a certain amount of cancellations? Will they be able to play without any issue? Will the Big Ten be able to get in their 8 games? I don't know, but I think that right now, everybody's going to be eligible. And if Ohio State plays 6 games, 7 games, if they are 6-0 and they look impressive, I don't think that the College Football Playoff Committee is going to waver in putting them into the College Football Playoff.
And that's where I want to ask the next question is, you have the Big Ten playing just 8 games at a maximum. You have the Pac-12 playing just 8 games as a maximum. Or 7, 8 games plus the championship. And it would be 9 in the Big Ten. I spoke wrong.
8 plus 1. So
yes.
The Big Ten, 9, yeah.
So we talk about, like, you think they will get a fair shake. But the real question for me becomes, should they? Like with the Pac-12, if you play 7 games and then that extra one without any non-conference crossover, should you get the same shake given that you delayed the season to the back and you don't have to play? You may get a fair shake out of that schedule. You like the Big Ten or the Pac-12 playing 7 teams, you could get the easiest schedule in the world.
You only play the 5 teams in your division and then you 2 crossover games. That's not,
You could get an easy schedule.
That's going to be taken into account. It really is. Where let's just say you have a team like Oregon, who goes 7-0, and their schedule, they get a very easy schedule, a very easy walk to the dance. I think the playoff committee is going to have to take that into account. And let's make no mistake about this. It's already very arbitrary. And some people complain about that. I would argue that the arbitrary nature of the college football playoff is part of what makes it so appealing. It gets people talking. It gets us talking.
Yeah, it does.
Every single year, and every week that the college football playoff rankings come out. What is it, week 8 or 9 of the season?
I miss
usually.
I know you're gonna probably remember this. I don't know. Well, yeah, y'all remember it. I'm not that old. Damn. But do you remember like when they had like the AP, the Playboy, the USA Today, like the coaches poll? I mean, you'd have the Golf Digest national champion. Like everybody's naming national champions back in the day, man. I used to love it. We would be having debates all year long, arguing, fighting. Now, I do like, I'm glad the BCS came around and kind of changed stuff because I do like things to be settled in the field. But the BCS I thought was a really poor system. And then I also thought that, it being at 4, but this year with the pandemic, my question is like, I think I see where Gabe Kuhn is because with the Pac-12 coming in and now the Big Ten coming in, it almost feels like they are in a better position than the Big 12 because they just they've already lost to the Sun Belt.
Again, the example, you brought up Oregon. Oregon's going to have to play Stanford, Washington State, Washington, Cal, and Oregon State. That's an easy 5 wins plus 2 in the other division, and there's no telling who they'll give them. They're not just going to immediately give them Utah and USC, the 2 other teams from the Pac-12 South that are actually good. It's going to be random. So I just think those schedules would be so easy.
We talk about style points. Can you imagine how much those are going to be important this year?
Gosh.
Like how important they're going to be. And I know you guys got into your betting segment during when you had Lee Sterling on, and I don't know if he
who you had on
Oklahoma.
An hour ago.
yeah. We're going to have we recorded with him about an hour ago, but he's talking about Oklahoma and Kansas State tomorrow. That's a 28-point game or a 28-point spread, and a team like Oklahoma, out of the Big 12, they have got to win with style points. And if they come out and they make a statement tomorrow against a team that barely has enough players to play and win 61-3 or 61-10 like Lee is hinting at, and I agree with him on that.
They went 48-0 last game.
Yeah, there it is. You're going to see Ohio State absolutely trying to crush every team that they play, and they will because they did it last year.
Yep, they did.
And style points mattered for them last year because they were trying to they were battling with Clemson and LSU all year, and now with a shortened schedule and all these teams jockeying for position and realizing how much every single game matters, you're in playoff mode from the first snap, and it's going to be chaos, but it's going to get people talking as much, if not more, than it has in the past because it's going to be even more arbitrary than it's been in the past. Yeah, I think that you would like for it not to be, but in 2020, it is what it is.
So in 2020, by the way, speaking of this, since we now have football back, I mean, heck, the Pac-12 and Larry Scott even agreed. I just wanted to ask you, have you heard from Kevin Warren lately?
No, I haven't heard the.
Is he hiding out?
He's
with Roman Polanski.
He's been real quiet, man. He really has been quiet.
Yeah, he's just kind of his presidents and chancellors working,
just hanging out,
just watching TV.
Yeah, he's in Minneapolis, just hanging out, getting ready for the start of the season. I think, all joking aside, I think that they're working very hard behind the scenes. And
I do too.
Right.
If upon further review, all of this could have been avoided if all he would have said, and if all they would have said was, "We're postponing the season. We're trying to." We're trying to get everything into place. We want testing. We want tracing. We want all of this. We're going to delay the start of the season from August 31st. We're going to keep pushing it back. Hopefully in mid-October we can get this thing off the ground, but we want to have everything in place to do this. Instead, it was, all right, we're canceling the season. I'm not really going to comment on it. Okay, it's January. Okay, it's December. Okay, it's November. Okay, it's October. Yep, we're coming back now.
And the member institutions made it a living hell for them. Let's just be completely frank about it.
They were completely undermined and undercut by their member institutions, including one of them who acted like a complete and total embarrassment to the conference, and that would be the University of Nebraska.
Yes.
And how are they?
Who Ohio State opens up with, which is that kind of thing interesting. Here, let's give them Ohio State week 1 and schedule.
Yep. And then you heard, John, you heard they complained about that, right?
Yes, I did. That's why I bring it up.
They complained about everything. We have season now, and now you want to complain about your schedule.
Scott Frost, I used to love him, by the way, when he was down here in the South.
Yeah, I still think he's a good coach, but man, that whole institution is so delusional, and the way that they behaved, and then after the Big Ten rewards them with starting the season against Ohio State on the road, week 3 at home against Wisconsin, and then week 4 against Penn State, having to play 3 top 15 teams in the first 4 weeks of the season, they're going to complain about it. Like, you deserve that.
Man, I would tell you one thing, though, about Scott Frost. You got to remember, when he was at UFC, like, those teams were bad to the bone, and everybody said when he left that there goes UCF. Central Florida, Josh Heupel, they lost Mackenzie Milton, but that kid Dylan Gabriel looks pretty damn good, and it's like they haven't missed a beat. So I think Scott Frost is a good coach. He was fat, he had an interesting offense when he was at Oregon, when he was the offensive coordinator. But seriously, in Nebraska, can he succeed?
I want to point this out about Nebraska, and Alex, you answer that question after this, but they have this superiority complex where they just think for some reason they have arrived, and they haven't been good at football in quite a while now. And they always get the preseason ranking, they always get overrated, and they never actually do anything, especially since joining the Big Ten.
Do you know why? Because they only have corn. They don't even have soybeans.
They're husking it.
They don't even have soybeans or whatever.
Let's forget about the national championships for a second, right? Because I think that everybody jokes, especially Iowa. Iowa loves to have fun at Nebraska's expense and say how much they're living in the past and their days of winning national championships are over. Let's just throw out national championships. Nebraska has not won a conference championship having to run a modern-day offense.
That is interesting.
They tried the Bill Callahan West Coast offense. It didn't work.
Bo Callahan.
And think about all the coaches. Think about all the coaches since then and all the different styles, and they still have not been able to win a conference championship in the Big 12. And they thought, we're going to go to the Big 10 because the Big 10 is down. And Ohio State, and they were going through it with Jim Tressel, and Michigan was down. And, we're just going to beat up on Iowa because we're just a better football program than Iowa. And Wisconsin, they've been to one conference championship, and they got blown out by a 7-5 Wisconsin team. They gave up 77 points in that game to a 7-5 Wisconsin team. And other than that, they have done nothing.
I always laugh at their preseason, the thoughts that go into their preseason sort of rankings. And last year, I remember Scott Frost talking about his quarterback, Adrian Martinez. And he was like, I think he's very similar to Marcus Mariota. He can throw the ball, he can run it. He's going to be very good for us this year. What does he come out and do? 10 TDs, 9 interceptions, 59% completion percentage. But it's I just get sick of the amount of projection we do for Nebraska. Well, I guess I would say try to do, yes, but the national media does for Nebraska, and it's just it creates this superiority complex that they continue to have.
Dude, Tom Osborne went to Congress and couldn't even fix Nebraska.
Last year, and this is the funny thing, last year we were at Big Ten Media Day, and I will tell you this, we're the only station, or at least we were the only station from Iowa that goes to Chicago and covers Big Ten Media Day, but there must be 25 stations from Nebraska that go to that thing. I mean, it is just.
How do they have that many stations?
I don't know, but there's this weird, I'm not going to call it a cult, but it's just this weird following of that program, and they were this kind of propping Scott Frost up to be you should see whenever he walks
Children
in the
of the
room,
Corn.
Yes, it's hard to explain until you see it. But last year, I don't know if you remember, they were picked to win the Big Ten West. And we had a lot of national prognosticators coming on and saying, man, I just like the way their schedule sets up. This is a favorable schedule. When you play in the Big Ten West, sometimes you get you get easy crossover games from the East. You avoid Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens. You get the luck of the draw. Iowa went 12-0 in 2015, and they got a very favorable draw. It happens. Well, they got it last year, and they went 5-7.
Yeah, they did.
And then now they're complaining that their
They
schedule's
sure did.
too tough.
Mm-hmm.
When they went 5-7 last year, when they got their favorable schedule.
Unbelievable. By the way, though, how important is it? How important is December 12th, which is actually going to be really cool? December 12th, seeing Michigan, Ohio State playing. How important is that game for actually the Big Ten? And is that is basically the goal to make it to December 12th, Ohio State, Michigan? If you're, basically Kevin Warren, I can't believe I'm saying that.
It's huge. I've said this because this year, for every conference, there's going to be an extra onus put on getting the college football playoff. And it's exactly what you've talked about, John, the amount of revenue that comes just from the TV money from the college football playoff alone. And the amount of money that each conference gets and then each school gets when Iowa's facing a $40 million deficit regardless of what happens this season. Ohio State's facing a $107 million deficit regardless of what happens this season. So trying to get that type of money back is huge, and that's going to decide whether or not Ohio State gets to the college football playoff. And for the Big Ten, you have Ohio State, Michigan in the East, possibly deciding who gets the Big Ten championship. And then in the West, you have Iowa and Wisconsin that very well could decide who gets to the Big Ten championship. So I like the way they scheduled this year, and it sets up for some very dramatic late season fireworks.
Unbelievable, man. Hey, Alex, I could talk to you all dadgum day. I appreciate it. Everybody, make sure you also give Alex a follow at AlexCoon523. And don't forget, he's in Eastern Iowa, baby, home of the ESPN radio at KGYM Radio. Give them a follow as well. Alex, be good out there, my friend.
See ya.
Yes, sir. Talk to you guys next week.
That's my buddy Alex Coon. I'm late for a break. Remember, Sports 56, 96.1, Chad Gallon, MemphisFarmers.com, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
The day has come for huge savings at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat with Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days going strong on Covington Pike. Get 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days. New 2020 Jeep Cherokee Latitude IIHS Top Safety Pick $21,740 or $275 a month. 2020 Dodge Challenger, a muscle car with best-in-class cargo volume, $24,690 or $318 a month. 2020 Dodge Charger, America's fastest four-door muscle car, $24,990 or $329 a month. And 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Quad Cab, $366 a month. Drive past the rest. Come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, 1901 Covington Pike. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 3.99 APR, 3,500 down. Must finance through Chrysler, Cherokee, LD 561583, Challenger, LH 214,740, Charger, LH 116,732, 1500, LS 139,171. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta, snow crab, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at CrabKingsTN.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta, Memphis favorites. Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta, snow crab, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at CrabKingsTN.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta, Memphis favorites.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC-accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemonbrace.com.
Dedicated our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches, 6482 Poplar Avenue just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC.
All 75 months at 2.99 APR, G4, LHFO 7472, Outlander, LU02 9957, Eclipse, LZO 15617. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 59875, excludes tax title and license, offer valid through end of the month with approved credit, dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details.
Gossett's Mitsubishi Madness is in full swing at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike, and you'll find deals to get this party started. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4 gets 41 MPG Highway. We Gossett at $139 a month or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, built to handle any adventure at $229 a month or buy for $18,573. And take the 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross for a spin at $19,107 or $229 a month. Get confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $139 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Let's go!
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and
Talk show hosts are planted in the sand. What's up, Kurt? Now, guess what? It's a Friday. Lee Sterling was balling, shot calling. Get ready, get locked, get loaded. We got UFC 235. We got Monday night Chiefs at the Ravens. This Saturday, you can hear it right here. Ole Miss at Florida starting at 9 a.m. Also, you got Florida State at Miami at 6 p.m. tomorrow. On Sunday, you get to see the Washington playing the Browns at 12 o'clock in Green Bay at New Orleans at 7 p.m. Everything's going to be locked, loaded, and ready for you to rock this weekend on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM. Heck, we don't have any high school football game on our channels tonight, but I'm actually calling Hardin County and Mudford, believe it or not. But I do have to remind you, 901-406-1101. When you win all your money, you might want to move down to Florida. After you party with Lee this weekend, maybe you want to sell your house and go down to the beach. Or maybe you want to go after me talking about Lake Michigan. Maybe you want to move up to Lake Michigan. Call 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at iBuy Houses. I promise you'll get your money in 5 days because it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. 901-406-1101. Any house, any area, as simple as that. Call my buddy Bill at iBuy Houses, 901-406-1101. And whatever you do, enjoy the basketball tonight. I'm telling you, I think it's the last one as Miami gets ready to punch their ticket to the finals. I think the Lakers are going to do in the next one and say goodbye to the Nuggets. Nuggets, you ain't coming back 3-1 on this one. I'm sorry, buddy. Everybody, enjoy Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Ole Miss, NFL. Enjoy all the action. But get out there and make the world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace!